Believe that the Renaults, we know they've got a little bit less grunt than the Williams, Ferrari, and probably the McLarens, which gives you better fuel consumption. So even if they're carrying the same level of fuel, they might just go a lap or two further. So it could work out. Better fuel consumption here will make the difference. Seems a silly thing to be talking about when you're pouring it in like a hose pipe.
Yeah, certainly that Renault a little bit down on power. Can't run at the same amount of revs as the big guys up the front, certainly. The BMW engine in the back of this Williams, not reaching the peaks of 19,000 RPM that we had last year, but certainly high in the 18s. The Renault not able quite to match that, but the trade-off is that they don't use quite as much fuel. So Juan Montoya just getting closer to the back of Ralf Schumacher at the moment, and one wonders whether he will know, of course, which lap his teammates start going to make his pit stop on. Ralf a bit dodgy on the braking there into the heart of the hairpin. Yeah,
Ralf suddenly looking ragged. Now Montoya's run him down, and Raikkonen now just 1.7 seconds away from the lead, and closer than that. So we think Ralph's coming in at the end of this lap. Ralf Schumacher getting ready to come in. Last thing he wants is to release Montoya into a good next lap.
And what I was about to say was Montoya will know when Ralph's coming in. That's probably part of the reason he's making a real effort to get onto the tail of Ralf Schumacher, because this is the crucial laps. When he makes his stop, which is probably in a lap or two's time, he'll want to make sure he gets back out in front of Ralf Schumacher. There's the Williams crew, and this is going to be quite a decisive stop as we look back then at the scrap still going on between Trulli and Michael Schumacher. Michael Schumacher 11.8 seconds behind Ralf Schumacher, so he will be in front of his brother when his brother comes out.
He seemed very slow in the early part of the pit lane. He'll be getting a lot of carbon brake dust. He's put his visor down again now, not surprisingly. He was getting a lot of dust in there, but I don't know, just as we cut to Ralf, maybe Ted saw something down there, but he seemed to be coasting at the early part of the pit lane. Did that cost him any time? He certainly hasn't fueled for a long middle stint. Ted?
I think something certainly has gone slightly wrong. You couldn't see it, wasn't on the outside. The bodywork was all in place, everything was okay, the tyres seemed okay. Perhaps it was a puncture, but I think that car really is crocked.
Well, we believe he's put 23 laps worth of fuel into that car. It's about 48 kilos that went in. That's good for about 23 laps of this track, which will bring him in again on lap 45. So let's keep an eye out for that, and also on when his teammate Montoya is going to come in. Usually a lap or two is only the gap between the two teammates. You just want to make sure you've got enough of a distance that you don't trip over each other in the pit lane. So is Montoya going to make a stop shortly?
And Montoya is absolutely flying at the moment. He's about to set some kind of stunning lap time, unless he pits, which he's not doing because he's gone through the final turn. There is Raikkonen behind, desperately trying to hang on. Montoya goes over the line with a 15.1. You what? Where did you get that from? Unbelievable.
That's past the qualifying. That's an unbelievable time round here. That's only a whisker over 100-mile-an-hour average speed lap. He's really, really pushing hard, is Montoya, and you can see why, can't you? I mean, you've got to go back to September 2001 for the last time this guy won a Grand Prix. And he's got Kimi Raikkonen right behind him as well. He's aware he can't give anything away. He wants to win at Monaco, and he's going to make a stop at the end of this lap, Juan Montoya.
Yes, he is indeed. It would be interesting when McLaren come in then. Maybe Ferrari will have a smile on their face, because this is a touch earlier, James, than I thought. I thought they'd make it to sort of 25, the front runners. But here we are at the end of lap 23 then for Montoya, and both Williams will have pitted. That was De Matter. He was 9th when he came into the pits, so running strongly, qualified 10th. Done a good job this weekend, De Matter. We didn't give him full credit for that qualifying lap he did, especially now we see that he pits on lap 23. So good stuff from the Toyota driver.
Very good. He played himself in slowly, De Matter. He took it very easy on the Thursday as Montoya, the race leader, comes in, releasing Kimi Raikkonen into the lead. And Michael Schumacher would be smiling about this. He was only at 11.5 seconds behind Montoya when the Colombian came in for his stop. Ferrari are in this game.
So he was 8.2, 7.8 was for Ralf. Man was a bit slow switching the stopwatch off there, I believe, whoever does that. And the key thing is, where will Montoya feed in? Is it ahead of Ralf Schumacher, or is it behind him? We don't know yet, because he's got to go all the way around this yellow line. Looks like he's going to do it though, doesn't it?
Is he? Can't cut across that yellow line. There's Ralf Schumacher in the background. Drives up the hill. He is in front of him, so it's worked for him. It was those laps, wasn't it? Those attacking laps just before Ralf came in and whilst Ralf was in that made the difference for Montoya. And that stunning 15-1, which, well, I mean, that deserved to get him the lead of the race, let's face it.
Didn't it ever? That was an amazing time.